All right, we're back. Creighton Tennis Channel is what we're calling it now. This is Gene's era's group, back in the early 90s, the mid 90s, I guess. And we're going to go through and let them introduce themselves. I will briefly say something and then let that person talk and tell us about your family life, your home life, what you're doing now for work, whatever it might be you want to share with everybody. So I'm going to start in my top left with Laurie Komori. She is from Hawaii, and I believe she's back in Hawaii working, and her brother also played. So we had him on a few days ago. So go ahead, Laurie.
Okay, aloha everyone. I'm Laurie Komori, and otherwise known as Rusty's sister. As Tom said, I'm from Hawaii and was fortunate enough to come back to Hawaii, and so that's where I live with my family. I've got a daughter, and I'm a single parent. I work at the school that I graduated from, actually. So I was a teacher there, and then became a psychologist, and then returned back to the school now as an administrative dean for the middle school.
Awesome.
Fantastic. And you're not Rusty's sister. He's your brother for sure.
That's nice of you to say. To this day, I am Rusty's sister.
All right, moving down on my screen is going to be Kristin Baird Rouble. Hopefully I'm saying your newer last name. She ended her career with, I have 110 combined wins, which is still top 10 on our list. And I think you're back home in Springfield, Missouri, right?
That's right, yes.
Go ahead.
Kristin Rouble.
Rouble, okay.
Yep. And I live in Springfield, and I'm an attorney, and I work for a federal judge. And I don't know where to look because I don't know what I'm looking at, but I feel weird talking to the screen. So I work for a federal judge, and I'm his career law clerk. So I've been working from home for 7 weeks, but we're still doing it all remotely. And my husband, Brett, went to Creighton, and he's also an attorney. And we have 3 kids, a 16-year-old, a 14-year-old, and an 11-year-old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Time flies.
Yeah, it does. I'm getting old.
All right, I'm going to go down on my screen. It's the bottom left. This is going to be Debbie Johnson Fabricius. I never say that right, I'm assuming, but played in the 90 to 93 time frame, so it wasn't here for a year. I believe you're a junior college transfer, and I know you played a lot of doubles with Gene, and you're at the top of some of our #1 doubles position wins list. So go ahead, Debbie.
You were pretty good on that last name, Fabricius. I had to get used to that as well, as I had to look it up and figure out how to spell it for the first 3 months I was going out with him. So let's see, I'm living in Kansas City. I am an insurance broker, or at least work for an insurance broker and manage client benefits for groups and all that fun jazz right now. We are able to work from home, so that's kind of a nice thing. I know a lot of people are not. I am remarried. I was married previously, and I have 2 kids. I have a daughter who's 20 and a son who's 16. And I got remarried about 5 years ago, and he has a son who's 20 and a daughter who's 16. So kind of a nice little, almost Brady Bunch-like type thing. So, actually, I took a hiatus from tennis for a little while, but back playing again. Been for the last 10 years now, and missed it, and I really enjoy playing and doing some leagues and all that. So that's kind of it in a nutshell right now.
Where's you running the show in the Missouri Valley?
In Kansas City.
Kansas City, okay.
Fair. Yeah. So I am president of Heart of America District for our tennis area. So
Cool.
All right, so I'm going to the middle of my screen. I think everybody's different, but this is Elizabeth McBurney Lyons. Again, she had a brother that played. He was also on with Laurie's brother on our last Zoom a few days ago. And are you still in Texas, Elizabeth?
I am. I live in the same town as Brother Mike.
Oh, wow.
We're in Rockport, Texas. I've been back here for 5 years now. I've lived in a lot of different places. After college, went to Colorado where I played and worked at Copper Mountain, and then got into a publishing career in New Mexico and Texas, and then got married. I was married to Tom Lyons for 12 years. We're now divorced, have been since 2015, and amicably, we're still friends, and no children though. And then before he and I divorced, we were in Montana for 5 years. And then I moved back to Texas, where all my family is, in Rockport. So there are 5 siblings. 4 out of 5 of us are here. And Mom passed away in 2008. My dad has bad Parkinson's now, so that kind of brought us all back. And I'm a project manager for a residential construction company. And I still play tennis, have all throughout the years, and fairly well, but not great. Not as good as I could have been if I ever would have really enjoyed conditioning. But I did. I was playing up until October 20th, when in a tournament I tore my ACL. So I'm going through the recovery right now. So I'm 4.5 months post-op, and it's coming along, but it is not fun at all.
I can imagine.
So, but it's been fun though. And every place where I've lived, I've played tennis on leagues. It's been such a great way to meet people. And it was fun. Today I ran home and went through some old pictures and found a few, not many, but a couple that I didn't send to y'all because I thought it might be a little embarrassing. That was
You might have sent that one.
I think that you're doing this, Tom and Jean, and thank you so much for getting us all together again.
This has been great to reconnect. Yeah.
I bet it has
Great
been.
for us. For sure.
Good. And thank you all for signing on. I mean, we were a little worried. We're like, oh my gosh, what if nobody wants to do this? And it's just been a lot of fun. So we appreciate you guys doing this for us.
Good.
It's a good thing.
All right, we'll move to my top right is, I didn't write down, what's her, Leslie Whiting.
Guy.
And what is it? Oh,
Last
Guy,
name is
that's
Guy.
right, that's correct. So she's still in a couple of our top 2 of our number 2 singles wins and Scholar Athlete first team. Go ahead, Leslie. Where are you? What are you up to?
Well, we're living in Georgia for about 12 years. I've met my husband up here in Minnesota, and we got married down there and have kids, and we moved them all back up here to Minnesota. So we've been up here about 5 years now. And I have a 8-year-old daughter and a 5-year-old. So we kind of started late. My husband's a little bit older. He's 55.
Wow.
No, he's something like that, 52. And I'm 45. So, we fit it in. We got the kids. Did some tennis down in Georgia. Alta is big time league. So I kind of got into that for maybe about 8 years. But up here, haven't played much, just kind of for fun with the kids. I'm an optometrist. I work about 4 days a week, usually, at a Pearl, kind of like an uptown Minneapolis area. And then 1 day a week over by here at a Target. And what else? Yeah, just really liking Minnesota and the lakes. And we do a lot of fishing. And we live right off a bike trail, so we're out biking quite a bit. And right now, super busy with homeschooling. I mean, I'm a teacher right now. I just went back to work today for like 5 hours. It felt so weird to actually get out of the house. But so I think next week I'll go back to regular hours and back to work again. So my husband's going to have to take over the schooling for a while. So that's the deal.
Good.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, you guys kind of jumped around on my screen. So now Tracy is in the middle of my screen. I don't know if that means somebody left. She just, okay. So we've got Tracy Miller Jurgens. We have the pleasure of getting to see Tracy quite a bit because her daughters and her son are all playing tennis now. So we get to see her down at Hanscom as she's bringing her kids, and our tennis teams are getting off the courts. Her kids are coming on the courts, and Tracy, of course, is still in our top 10 in wins and doing still playing some tennis with her daughter. I know. Go ahead, Tracy.
Yeah, so I didn't pick up a racket really after college tennis. went to med school and residency, and then ended up, I'm a cardiologist now. I trained up in Rochester, Leslie. Yeah, I trained at Mayo Clinic and then came back to Omaha. So I did leave Omaha for a little bit. Came back. I have 3 kids. Elsa is my oldest, and she's 14, almost 15, and pretty serious about tennis. She does the regional and some national tennis, and we kind of missed our high school season this year. It would have been her freshman year, and that was a bummer. But all 3 of my kids play tennis, and that's when I started picking up a racket again. I can't quite, Elsa's, I have to practice to keep up with her now. So the other 2 are 6th grade and 3rd grade, and keeping me busy. I work part-time, so I have a good balance where I kind of work through their school day, and then I'm done by the time school's out, so I can pick them up and cart them everywhere. So it works really well for me. And I married Tom. Some of you might have known him or remember. I think I was dating him as a senior, but he's an anesthesiologist in town. So yeah, it's good being back in Omaha, but I have to say I loved Minnesota. It was a great place, and if it weren't for family, I probably would have stayed in Rochester.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Cool.
Thank you. All right. And Tracy's famous too. We were driving down the street maybe a year ago, and there's a big billboard, and there's Tracy's picture. Her scrubs.
Yeah, that's a reality check to see yourself on a billboard. It's like, oh.
My bottom left, last but not least, Cheryl Meyer Kramer is also just out of our top 10 now because we had somebody must have knocked you out last year. But go ahead, Cheryl.
First of all, thanks for doing this. I've been watching some of them, the younger ones. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about or who you're talking about, but this is great. It forced me to actually dry my hair today instead of a ponytail. I don't know about you guys. Let's see. So I stayed in Omaha after tennis, after graduating. I stayed in Omaha for a couple of years, and then moved to Boise, Idaho, where I've been ever since. Been married for 21 years, have 2 kids, 17 and 15, and homeschool is a total ordeal. Basically, I say go do it because I don't know what they're doing. And let's see. I stayed home with my kids, raising kids. So I didn't work, which I'm finding is not a good choice because it's really hard to find work after you've been out of it for a while. But I just got a job last week. I'm going to be working for the federal government. I don't know if you've heard of the National Interagency Fire Center. Like if you have forest fires in California or anywhere in the country and they send in their smoke jumpers and all that stuff, that agency headquarters is in Boise. So I'm going to go to work for them. Kind of a seasonal job to begin with, but have to try to help pay for college and cars and all those toys your kids need.
That's right.
But like Minnesota, it's really, really outdoorsy here. We mountain bike a lot. We mountain bike from our house to the trails, up the hills, back home. We live really close to all that. We have a river half a block from our house that runs right through town. So it's been great. I love it here.
Good.
It's a little far from family and other things, but other than that, it's nice.
All right. Thanks, Cheryl.
Mm-hmm.
And Jean's not going to be happy, but because I didn't tell her she was going to do this, but this is part of your team. You gotta tell them too.
Oh, sure. I can do that. Well, we never left Creighton. So not even a little. I obviously went to grad school right after Kristen and I graduated. So I started teaching in the math department as a grad assistant. And then for a lack of trying to get a different job, they decided to hire me part-time in the math department. And now I've still been there. I'm still teaching there. So I teach 4 classes. Today was supposed to be my final, but because we were distance learning for the last 2.5 months, I was like, meh, let's just skip it. So we're not doing a final. So I am already finished other than putting the grades in. So that makes me pretty happy. We actually, our son, so we have 2 kids. TJ was a freshman at Creighton this year. So we had dropped him off at Kiewit, and he was so disappointed to have to come home and spend the last quarter of the year at home instead of in the dorm. So that's been a little bit of a change, but we're fine. We're all good. And then our daughter is 14 and she's a freshman this year in high school. So that's been fun. I have sort of played tennis. We teach a lot over the summer, but in December I had my 4th surgery, and this is the one that they said, you're probably done. Like, no more tennis for me. So yeah, I had my shoulder done right after college, and then both elbows within the last 6 years, and then I just had several vertebrae fused in December. So there's no more rotation for me. So we'll just figure it out as we go. Maybe a lot more, even more slicing than before, I think will be happening by then. But probably not. So that's about it. We've just been doing a lot of college tennis.
Keep us busy. All right, I'm going to share the screen with you guys, and now it's kind of just all off the cuff. Anyone can talk. As long as you don't all talk at the same time, I guess we'll be all right. I have no idea what kind of order I put these in, probably as people sent them to me.
Something, and anytime you see something that looks familiar.
Yeah, that would be me. My parents wanted to see our old, I assume I know that's our training room, but you guys don't use that anymore, do you?
Now we have a brand new weight room. That's about 6 years old now, but it's
Yeah, it's a lot nicer than this one.
Yes. You guys
Back then, this one was pretty nice. So
that's right. That one wasn't bad at all. Where is this?
This is out at Brian Kelly's.
yeah,
Oh my
at
God.
his parents' lake house.
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
I don't know if you
Wow.
ever went. Tracy was there.
Yeah.
Tracy, Jody.
Yeah, Jody.
Did we go there another time too? Because I was there also. I remember.
I think so. You remember climbing up on the roof and doing the little
Yeah.
out into the lake? Yeah, that was great fun.
Maybe you took
Remember regionals?
Yeah.
That was one of the only times we ever flew anywhere.
Yeah.
We would always drive everywhere. That was at Phoenix, I think.
That was Arizona. I remember
Tucson.
that.
Yeah.
Tucson. Okay.
I think I slept the whole time because of the altitude.
I think I remember that too.
I know. It was crazy.
Oh, wow.
So funny.
And so these are all my pictures that I sent, obviously.
Oh, I'll go in order.
The Manions.
They're
I
still
just
doing
saw
our
that picture and I was
thing.
like, I wonder what they look like now.
They look pretty much the same.
Do they really? Okay, good.
Yeah. And they both still play tennis quite a bit.
Do they still live at the same house?
They do.
Yep.
We have the same fundraiser every year. It's gotten a little bit bigger. And now people like Tracy are bringing their kids to it. So that's kind of strange,
That's awesome.
but really good, yeah. Epcot Center.
Yeah, so this is probably,
This is one I was on.
yeah, this is Debbie,
There's
Laurie,
Debbie.
Cheryl probably.
Yeah.
But I think the rest of us, this is the year before we got there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
God, I'm
Other
oh,
group.
geez.
Oh, that's funny.
Good old RV. How we used to travel.
Hey, I remember that.
Awesome.
I never rode an RV until Creighton.
Never have since, right?
Best way to go.
Well, you can drive across Hawaii in an hour, right?
Right.
You don't need an RV.
That RV looks so outdated.
It really does.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Tiffany.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
At Disney.
Florida.
Picture.
Oh.
Oh my
gosh.
Dream.
Yeah.
Holy young.
And Joanna, Tracy, Elizabeth, Laurie, Kristen, Julie, Jody, and Leslie.
Do y'all hear from Julie?
She's here in Omaha.
Yeah, we see
Good.
her, we see her during like basketball season a lot.
Okay. Good.
Rotate it. Oh, that's just the same picture.
Oh, I actually have that program.
I remember that.
I have it too.
Oh, those awesome uniforms with the blue piping. God,
I still have that too.
God, one
My
thing.
daughter wears it.
Oh my gosh.
You see what they're wearing now, and you're just like,
oh,
God, are
It's
you?
not fair.
No, it's not.
you would not believe. They have, like this year, they had 5 pairs of practice shorts, like 7 practice t-shirts, at least
Wow.
uniforms for matches, and like leggings, joggers, jackets. I mean, oh my gosh. They all wear the same thing during a match. It's surprising. We never had that,
Wow.
as you can
No.
clearly see here.
Yeah.
We had
exactly.
we had a t-shirt, and Jean, your mom made the skirts.
Yeah, she made the skirt. Yeah.
That's right.
And the 2 polo type shirts that we.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Was that Hawaii?
Hawaii trip.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Oh, that was.
That was
None of
awesome.
that.
You guys went back to Hawaii, right?
We have
You-
not.
No.
No?
All of Manning's scholarship or fundraising money is going to our scholarships. So we've been going to
I
full.
like those t-shirts. I want one of those. Vintage.
Purple ones.
The vintage one with the old Blue Jay on it.
I think I have a green one.
They're worth a lot of money now.
Is that Jean with the towel on her head?
Oh God, we were so
Were you a couple then or no?
Yeah, we were married by this year. This is
By
my
this time? Okay. I couldn't remember.
Oh, I guess if you're on. No.
It was my senior year, so we got married between junior and senior year.
Okay.
I'm telling Tom, not you.
Well, I couldn't remember.
Neither could he. It's okay.
Oh my God, look at Tom. Oh, and Ed.
Look at Ed.
Hey.
He'd been snorkeling.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's
so
funny.
fun.
Funny.
So cute. Oh, look at those awesome warm-ups.
I still have one of those sweatshirts somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh
I have.
my god.
Why?
You guys all wear double X or something?
I know.
Those are like
they're
huge.
There was only one size.
Yeah.
It was
I
like
think you're
extra
right.
large. That was
Yeah.
it.
Oh my god.
Style.
Lori, didn't Lori's go down to her knees or something?
Probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hers and
I
Tracy.
have them.
that is too
Yeah. Here's Kristen.
Ah, doubles.
I think they're warming up for conference. This must have been at Southwest Missouri State.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like anyway.
Oh my gosh.
Now Missouri State. We're not in the Missouri Valley anymore, but we still play Missouri State almost every year.
Do you play them down here?
We did 2 years ago. Yep.
Well, I need to know that. I'll come watch.
Probably have to again next year.
They, that's like, I work right next to MSU.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Jeez, yeah, we play right at Cooper.
Okay. Yeah, that's right by my office. I should have known that.
You must not read my emails close enough.
Apparently, well, I just started. I'm on now. I'm on.
I think that's probably our last match.
Oh, that's cute. Nick.
Aw.
That's cute.
Miners casual. there.
My daughter always asked me why we always had those ribbons in our ponytail. And I'm like, that's just what everyone did.
Yeah. You know, a lot of them still do it.
The ribbons?
Yeah, like every once in a while. This year they started on spring break. The girls did it. They did ribbons and little like fake tattoo things, little stickers.
We played
Yeah.
big tattoos on.
Oh,
There's
wow.
Deb.
Cow.
Long time ago, Debbie.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, I liked that. That was a fun trip, Colorado.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do.
Oh.
Aw.
Oh boy.
Lori, I'm sure that was in a hotel room when we were roommates.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
camp.
Or maybe
That's
that's
I
an
loved.
RV.
Yeah, it could be an RV.
That's me and Debbie playing Debbie.
Debbie, yeah.
That was that with one of our serious conversations there.
Yeah, I remember some of our serious conversations. But I do remember being just totally terrified because you were like, our goal is to get a break point every game. We're not just hoping to, we're going to get one. And I was like, oh my God, she's going to kill me if we don't.
Oh my God, I
I
so
was
did.
a little intimidated.
This is the same look I get every day, right?
Yeah. Not wrong. I cannot deny.
Funny.
And this, I think, is in Jacksonville.
Oh,
Yeah.
where the alarm kept going off, the car alarm that would go off all the time.
Yeah, and I think this is like our last match of spring break, and there were tornadoes, and we were
Yeah.
just like running around the hotel.
Oh
Ones
my
that we probably shouldn't have.
Probably shouldn't have been playing.
Oh, look at that.
Kathleen.
Yeah. Joanna's in the middle.
And Kathleen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Anyone hear
Her
from
from
Kathleen?
Baird at all? Did you email her? No.
I don't recall all the people that I emailed, but there, as we go through these, we find out which ones that we've missed. And we're gonna, we'll probably do this throughout the summer, maybe once or twice a week.
I think Kathleen was only there for our freshman year. And then
Yeah, I think that's
went.
right.
I don't know if I'm still in contact.
Okay, how can you forget this? When the RV broke down on the way back from break, and we got stuck in Sykeston, and like 8 people packed in the van.
Like
Oh
that
my
again.
gosh, those warm-ups.
I know, those are awful.
So bad.
Do y'all remember when the RV got stuck underneath the hotel over?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Let the air out of the tires so we could get out.
Yeah, that was,
You were videotaping it, I remember.
oh yeah.
That's a good one.
That's
Yeah,
cute.
that's a good picture.
That is a good pick. Oh, wow.
Lori with her bandana. And then this is when
Oh
Ed
my
did
god.
not come with us to conference, so he sent flowers to the hotel.
I don't remember that.
Aw.
Oh, I have no
Devastating.
I don't remember that either.
Ed did that?
Ed
I'm
just-
there, I don't remember it though.
I still
Did
have
he
the
call
little-
him? Did he call himself Etsy?
Etsy?
Oh, we called it. Debbie called him Edsy. I think after she gave him that, or we got him that cake for his birthday that he got a little offended by when you put. Whatever. We can talk about that later,
Everybody used to
Debbie.
call me.
Gosh, I'm trying to remember some stuff, and I'm like, oh man.
I'm glad we're all a little.
We'll talk later, Jean.
Yeah, we're gonna talk when we push pause.
Look at those ice bags.
Oh man.
Look at the socks.
Look at our shirts. They're like enormous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything was enormous.
Chris was a good dude.
Yes.
He was funny.
He's gonna be on our Zoom on Friday with some of our guys.
Yeah.
So funny.
With Carl.
Where does he live?
Lane Camp.
He's in Texas now, Elizabeth.
Oh, yeah?
He's
Okay.
down there. He's no longer coaching in college.
Okay. Oh, that's a cute one.
It must have been before a match.
I think we're waiting, watching somebody finish,
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
which is strange because I see Kathleen there and she always split and was always the last one. So maybe it's waiting for doubles. I don't know.
Well, that's like almost, who else would be playing?
Facing the wrong direction.
Maybe it was
Go back one time.
well,
Let's see.
maybe it was your sister.
Or Tracy. Tracy, were you playing?
No, this
Or
was the year
Tracy.
before.
That was the year before.
Yeah, Kristen and my freshman.
That's our freshman year. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know who would. be
Lori,
good.
what's going on with our bandana headband thing?
I don't know. What was up with that? Why didn't someone tell us to
Oh,
leave
those
the
are
bandana?
solid, man. I like it.
You were going to do a Jane Fonda workout right after.
Yeah, I think we.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah, that was that same one where Ed gave us the flowers. Or sent us the flowers. And so this had to. I think this might have been Tracy and Leslie's freshman year.
Freshman year.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love
Okay,
the
nice.
socks with the sandals.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
really nice. Oh my
It must have been a freshman thing.
pretty bad. Oh, funny.
And
Oh, that was New Orleans, wasn't it?
I remember that.
I do too. I totally remember that night.
yeah,
We,
there's lots of things to remember about that night.
Yeah, the night that never
Yeah.
ended.
Big one.
Oh, that was conference.
Yeah, we beat Illinois State.
Yeah.
What's this hat, Tracy?
That's the Mickey Mouse hat from the Disney. Again, fashion.
I hope Elsa sees that.
Great fashion.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, wow. I think we were watching the boys play.
Oh, yes.
I think you're right, because there were, in this picture, there's Phil Midden is right here and somebody else.
Oh, the RV.
Not the RV.
Shoot. Lots of good times in the RV.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, that was New Orleans again, I think.
I think you're right.
That's when we're sponsored by Abercrombie and Fitch.
Always. I am so mad I don't have that sweatshirt anymore.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Good one.
Has Randy been on any of these?
Not yet. Not yet. We're going to try. Pretty sure he still gets my emails, but I'm not positive.
Yeah.
We have over 550 people that get those emails now.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
That's great.
List.
78 maybe.
Yeah, he never changed his picture. That must have been my first year.
Don't know.
I don't know if I already.
It's similar. I mean, they look yellow. Oh boy.
What?
Nice.
Gabby.
Blazers.
I don't even remember that outfit. Where the heck did that come from?
Oh
Oh
boy.
my gosh.
We were such good Catholic girls.
We have really good shoulder pads.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Was that Jean and Tom? Was that your wedding?
it might be.
Oh, I wonder.
I mean,
I didn't dress up like that just on a normal basis.
I'm not sure.
It's not their wedding though, because I didn't go to the wedding.
Oh,
Okay.
Not okay.
No,
Was it somebody's graduation?
I don't remember. That was
Was
not.
that your graduation outfit?
It wasn't on campus though. That was the church, like it. I can't remember where, but not on campus.
Oh.
In the neighborhood somewhere, like at 50th and something.
Let's hope this is an Easter thing.
I wish I had that outfit still.
It's pretty
I
sassy.
wish I had mine.
Solid.
Old van.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that van, yeah.
Yeah.
And Kristen,
Traveling now. Do you have a van?
Why do I have a teddy bear?
The
I
ride
think
all
you
the
took
way
that on every trip.
that drive all the way to Air Force Academy was long. You needed a pillow.
mhm.
That was a long drive.
You remember those shorts?
Yeah.
Yes, I was talking.
I
about still
actually
can't buy those.
painted in those last summer.
I think I still have them. That's cool.
I
I
love.
still have my white ones, oddly
Oh, I
enough.
love the white ones.
I did too. I wish I had
I never had the white ones.
We
I
had
think I
white
ever had
ones.
any.
I think it was white, yeah.
Aw,
Aw.
Back of the van.
I can't believe I rode back there.
Oh,
In my old age, I got to be in the front seat.
oh,
Oh,
Let's see some pictures of our kids.
They are adorable.
So
Whose kids did you
cute.
say?
What's that?
Whose kids are these?
Those are mine. Maudie and
Oh, okay.
Matilda.
Oh, they're so
Aw.
Cute.
Cute.
One looks like me and the other one looks like my husband for sure.
I think that,
Yeah,
yes,
that's-
we're back.
oh, very nice. That was
Love
fun.
it. Yes, makes me. I need to go find my pictures now.
Yep.
Yeah, I was
Had a-
rushing. I couldn't find any. I need to go look.
We'll do it for the next time.
There we go.
Got a couple of matches. Can you guys see that or not? It's
Oh my
another-
gosh, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, look,
it just was a-
2 wins. That's good.
Woohoo.
3.
some long.
Oh yeah, I was being selfish at my own.
Oh,
Just thinking earlier, I'm like, oh, we're gonna put that one up where I lost both. Oh,
You get to pick since you're picking the
No,
Right.
What's that?
he did not care. He was more
No.
interested in you guys than me.
I just scrolled through some of the good ones, or what I thought
I
were
have
good.
some veto power.
Yeah, no luck. But it's just amazing that we played 2 out of 3 sets, regular scoring, and then had double headers at least
Yeah.
every other weekend.
Yeah,
It was
Oh,
a piece of cake, wasn't it?
oh my gosh. It's amazing.
we were athletes.
Right.
I will agree there, Elizabeth. We were in tip-top shape.
Right.
It had to be.
Some of you were.
If you made it through a season, you were in great shape.
Yeah. I must say I have not run a hill since 1994.
Same, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, okay, this is a fun one because this is the first time Ed kissed me.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Yeah,
First time, not
yeah.
the last.
No, not the last. There's another one in here. Cheryl, we were playing, so we ended up finishing, we were the last match on for doubles. And my back was bad apparently because
Oh,
and I was laying down on the court, like after we shook hands behind it, like the trash can was in the way, and Ed bent down and kissed me right on my mouth. It's like,
I don't remember that.
oh,
I do
well,
remember you laying down on the court and
Yeah, I
you
was-
wouldn't move.
nope, I couldn't move and I got a kiss. Pretty exciting.
There you go.
wow.
Funny.
Every now and then. Okay. You know that, okay, so the gal that's third there, Ann Backus,
Yes.
she's in Kansas City, oddly enough. This is Iowa, in Iowa State.
Yep.
She's on my STA team now.
Oh,
We're
wow.
Really?
really good friends. I play doubles with her a lot.
Oh, how funny.
That's
That's
too,
cool.
we talked about that. That's too funny.
Did you tell her she lost to us twice?
I'm gonna take a screenshot of this and I'm gonna show her. That's too funny.
Don't have her look at the other years. Maybe she won some. I don't want her to see that.
That's funny.
Oh,
Robert.
this is your first win.
No, I
Is our-
couldn't-
This is why.
it really wasn't. I was the assistant coach, so didn't really count.
Yeah, I lost twice here.
I was just saying, this is not a good one for me. Let's keep going.
Not such a fan.
Oral Roberts, they were tough though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, and here's our Nebraska. We should all have some memories of this. Because we beat them at doubles.
I was just gonna say, that was like the highlight was we actually beat them somewhere.
We beat them in, it was 3-6. So,
Kristen, you did, that's right, you beat them a lot.
yeah, Kristen almost always beat them. So Kristen won at singles, and then she and Jody won at doubles, and then Cheryl and I won at doubles. And Tracy and I were down, I remember, on court 7 and 8, and just having a long, terrible match. You remember that, Tracy? Playing Lisa Hart?
I do. I do. That one is hard to forget when you're up 5-0 and lose 7-5 in both sets.
Oh man.
Tom did not
That's
want
a
me to
tough
bring
one.
that up, but that was like
Yeah.
such a close match all the way down the line. With Cheryl
He
splitting.
coaches at Washington now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Southern Miss.
I know. A lot of close matches.
Well, I guess it's those matches.
Oh, we were against Hoover.
Here's my second kiss.
Oh yeah.
Your second kiss?
This was my second kiss and last.
Did you beat, was this the first time we played Chris Hoover's team when he went to?
No, this is at least the second year, because I think he was going after my second year. But the girl that I played in this one was actually a friend of mine from Omaha who I had never beaten, and I barely squeaked out because I think we were both choking to death. 7-6 in the third. So
Yeah, you eked it out.
Yeah, I'm the only one that lost. Awesome.
sorry, Cheryl.
So that's why it's a team.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Southern Illinois, and we lost this. Why is this up here, Tom?
Yeah, that's a
What
bad
are
one.
you doing, Tom? Must have hit her.
I don't know about you guys, but I had no idea you were that there were these score sheets.
I didn't either. Yeah.
Any
Hard
ever.
score sheets.
Yeah, I digitized them all last year or this year? Last year maybe. And we've had so much fun like scrolling back through, because we have every year since maybe 87, 88. So it's so fun to go back and look at the names of the opponents that kind of stuck in my mind.
Yeah.
Oh, Leslie, this one. Can you see that one where we played doubles? This is against K-State. And
do I remember it? I don't remember it.
oh, yeah, we beat K-State, and the team that we played was like 36 in the country at the time.
Okay.
And after we beat them in doubles, their coach was yelling at them, saying,
Yeah.
God, I can't believe you guys lost to a couple of pretty good walk-ons. You're going to play another doubles match against some worse walk-ons, and you better win.
Oh my God.
Wow. It was terrible.
Harsh.
Yeah, it was brutal.
That's
We
funny.
used to go and play them the first match of the spring, and then we'd have to play like practice sets against them too. It was Ed's.
Well, Steve
Right.
Beasaw,
College.
right, was the coach.
Utah.
Steve Beasaw. Big win over Colorado State.
In the snow, if I recall. Oh, and here's the big match.
In Hawaii.
Oh wow, look at those.
I remember the
Lots
top
of
four
three
all-
set.
That's a lot. Those are close.
Wow.
0-3 going into the third sets for Tracy, Leslie, Kristen, and me. And we ended up winning all four of them.
Wow.
And it looks like Tracy probably clinched it.
Tracy and Leslie were like a minute of each other.
Wow.
I remember Ed and I had a lot of cocktails later that night.
You mean every night?
That might have been the night that we were supposed to go for a walk on the beach and you brought Ed.
Oh no, long time ago.
Yeah, I still
We've
remember it.
moved on.
No, we haven't.
Hoping for a third kiss.
Oh,
Oh, I just remember having to listen to Rush Limbaugh.
yeah.
Too much of an education.
Last one.
Oh my gosh.
Slew. I don't even remember playing Slew.
Yeah, I don't either.
Where were their courts? Because back then that campus wasn't like built
I
up.
think
like
that was a Sunset.
We played at Forest Park
Yeah.
in St. Louis.
Oh.
Right. I will go back.
Tracy, we lost our doubles match.
Oh, sorry.
How? I can't believe it.
Can't either.
So what other memories do people have? It's free talk now. Anything you want to bring up?
I remember being the most embarrassed. I think we were in Colorado. I don't remember what year, but Ed decided to do his high pants dance
Oh, God.
on the court
Oh,
in a match. I don't know if it happened to anybody else, but I was like,
oh,
oh my God, get me out of here.
that was purged from my memory. I'm so happy.
I don't know that one either.
Oh, that was bad.
Well, that's where he got his energy, was from embarrassing us.
Yeah.
Probably.
What made him happy.
Yeah.
He always had to have his salt and vinegar chips. I remember that.
1,000 Diet Cokes.
The Diet Coke. I saw that the other day on the episode with Rusty and the other guys. Wasn't he having his Diet Coke?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I think he had a six-pack during every practice.
Whether it was 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, you guys can hang on for a second, but I'm going to end this segment. It's very good to see you guys again. We
Thanks for
love
doing
it.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This was great.